Okay guys, you can see I installed the red wire and then the yellow wire. The ground that's in the center here that I showed you earlier, that goes back underneath, so I had to pick up the coil and set that in there and then set the coil down and then install these wires. It required a little bit of a bending to make them fit. And then this black ground wire will go here, and when we put the cap on, the biggest goal is to make sure you don't pinch any of these wires, because if you pinch them and damage them, you will lose your spark and the effectiveness of your coil. When we go to put this on the distributor, these things have the little hooks underneath, if you can see that. These little hooks, that what they'll do is we'll push down on with the screwdriver and we'll twist them out of the way. And then when we put it on, we'll push them down again and twist them back, and they'll catch the underside like a hook of the distributor so that the cap doesn't pop off. Henry, pull out the rotor. Underneath this is the part called a rotor, and that rotor sets on the distributor, and it's screwed fast with these two screws, and it sits there and turns. As it turns, it catches the spark in the center and distributes it to the outside edge of the posts underneath here, distributing the spark from one wire to the next, which is why your wires have to be in the correct firing order, because then it will fire the cylinder at the correct moment. If you mess up the wires, flip them around, switch them, don't get them back on right, it'll fire a cylinder at the wrong spot at the wrong time. So as that's rotating, it catches the spark from the center here, that little tab that we put in there, catches it, directs it to the outside edge, to these metal tabs, that then direct it down through the wires to the spark plugs. So having everything in the right order is key on the distributor vehicle.